Welcome to week 3, day 1 of the K-Enable Fitness Gym Acclimation program for the visually impaired. Today's purpose is to start being able to play with a little bit heavier weight and get a feel for that while keeping nice and safe, as well as using the rest pause technique in order to instigate a lot of hypertrophy. We're going to do this with a little bit lighter weight, so we have a heavy and light stimulus today. Your independence builders of today are to 1, talk to someone you've never talked to before. Just make sure, of course, you're nice and close and they're not in the middle of an actual lift. And you just start up a very small conversation. This is going to be very enriching down the road to have more of a community at the gym with you. And you can start off with something as simple as asking what they're working on today. I'll even colloquially go, "What do you got today?" to someone at the gym. And it's a great little conversation starter to get them talking about their workout. And they'll likely reciprocate. And then you can go on your way. Next is going to be if you have a phone or a media device where you're able to listen to some music, go ahead during these heavy sets and mess with some really good hype music that's going to get you excited to lift that little bit heavier weight. All right, so for the warm-up, you know the drill. You're going to be doing 5 minutes of nice easy cardio, and you've gotten used to a few different machines at this point, so go ahead and pick one for that. And then we're going to be moving on to our heavy and light contrast stuff for our workout. Exercise 1 is your vertical pull again. So you're going to be doing a couple of sets of 5 in order to work up to some heavier sets of 5. 5 is going to be a good rep range that's going to be allowing you to go pretty heavy without completely maxing out, but it's still going to have some great hypertrophy benefits as well. So be able to build some muscle and get outright stronger. So once you are to a good respectable heavy weight for you, you're going to perform 3 sets of 5 with at least 2 minutes of rest in between. When we're going this heavy, we need to make sure we're resting enough to have the body recovered to do another heavy effort. Feel free to add weight or subtract weight in between these sets in order to be pushing pretty good and not approaching failure. We want to have a couple of reps in the tank on these heavy sets of 5. Next, you are going to be performing a rest pause set, as it's called. So this is just a pause of rest instead of that long rest that you just endured with the heavier sets. So cut the weight of your last set of 5 in half, and then you're going to be performing that same movement in a rest pause fashion. This is essentially where you're going to perform as many reps as you can without failing, resting a short period of time, and then repeating that twice more. So it's pretty much turning 3 mini sets to accumulate a lot of reps in a short amount of time. You're going to have a familiar burn kind of like you had towards the end of your 8 sets of 8. So again, with half the weight that you did for your last heavy set, you're going to be performing 1 set of as many reps as you can with good form. Then rest 15 seconds and only 15 seconds. Perform another set of as many good reps as you can. Again, not going to failure. Resting 15 seconds, and then 1 last set of as many reps as you can with good form. Here on this very last set, if you're in a safe position, such as in a machine, where if you fail, you can just put the weight down and you're not at risk, feel free to go to muscular failure. Again, make sure we still have good form. All right, exercise 2 and 3 are vertical press and our hinge movement are going to be the same thing with the 3 heavier sets of 5 with that back down rest pause set of as many as you can, rest 15 seconds, as many as you can, rest 15 seconds, and then as many as you can. Again, especially for the hip hinge movement, keep in mind that the core is going to have to take care of you. So if you need to pick a movement to make sure it's safer, such as, again, a back extension on a glute ham developer, that is more than okay, and it's probably a wise decision. So just make sure that we're nice and safe throughout all these heavy and fatigued movements. Next is going to be your core work again. And we are very familiar with the front plank and the side planks at this point. So now we're going to push them a little bit individually by keeping those rest times really low. So you're going to be performing 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds on your left side plank. And then you're only going to rest 15 seconds and do 3 sets of that. Next, you're going to move to your right side plank. Again, 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds, separated by only 15 seconds of rest. And then last, repeat the same thing with your front plank. Last exercise is going to be your burnout interval. And now you're in a lot better shape than you were 3 weeks ago. So now you're going to be able to do a tougher interval as well. Again, warm up for 2 minutes and then perform 30 seconds of hard work followed by 30 seconds of easy work for as many rounds as you can while keeping some good high intensity, and then do a nice calm cool down for 2 minutes. This has been week 3, day 1 of the Cane Enable Fitness Gym Acclimation program for the visually impaired.